Siesta time at Powysset Farm in Dover, Mass. The site of sleeping sows is a legacy of this property, donated to the trustees in 1984 by Amelia Peabody. Regional Manager Jason Hill.
Miss Amelia Peabody was an incredible woman and philanthropist whose legacy, I think, lives on here today. Powysset Farm in the past really was a hog and cattle farm, so there were over 300 hogs here at a point in time.
Award-winning hogs and cattle.
Not only was she interested in the agriculture aspects, but she really wanted people to be at the farm and explore the farm and understand what a farming operation was. So since the day that her farm opened here, it was open to the public.
The old piggery is quiet now, but not for long. Queenie and Shortcake are expecting company.
They will be giving birth to anywhere from 8 to 12 piglets each.
Connor Young, the trustees' livestock manager, is growing the trustees' farm animal population statewide.
What we're doing now is attempting to expand what we do where we have these beautiful historic New England farms. And so whether that be habitat management or providing sustainable, holistic-driven meat products. Champion animals were bred out of here. Not that we're going to be breeding that level that Amelia Peabody was accomplishing here, but our 4-H program is really involved, and they're dedicated, and so we hope to continue breeding high-quality animals.
There is a community spirit at Powysset Farm that extends from the fields to this working kitchen. Nicole Lewis of Medfield began as a CSA member and now teaches classes here.
When the kitchen was created, it created a lot of interest and buzz where people really want to be a part of it. There's just something special about this place. I am the little Coco Lewis on the label there.
The class on this night, make and take home your own bath and skincare products.
Is that if you get stuff on your fingers, you can just rub it in.
As with Powysset Farm, all trustee properties have unique stories to share. At the Archive and Research Center in Sharon, various items are cataloged and conserved for future generations. Manager Allison Bassett.
We are now beginning a whole digitization process so that they can be made more available to the public. One particular piece of paper is from Ralph Waldo Emerson when he was 12 years old.
A letter he wrote to his aunt found in the floorboards of the Old Manse, and this, Charles Eliot's call to action in 1891.
Saying, hey everybody, I need you at the State House. We need to save special places and places of historic value. And this is his letter. This man was so amazing and so ahead of his time. Yay, Charles.
There are more than 3,000 books from the Old Manse, 300 dating from before the Revolution, says senior curator Christy Jackson.
And these 3,000 books really track the history of the house with the first reverends who lived there. To our mind, this is one of the largest intact collections of a literary house still in existence that's formed at the house, lived at the house, and continues to this day. One of the things that I love about the trustees is that as these estates were coming on board, many of the owners turned the key and left. So when we go into the houses, when we open drawers, we're finding their socks, their underpinnings, we're finding receipts for going to the store. So there is this sense of someone who lived there at a moment. This comes from a property in Andover called the Stevens Coolidge Place. John Coolidge is a nephew of Isabella Stewart Gardner and the great-great-grandson of Thomas Jefferson.
Left behind, a Paris original worn by Helen Stevens and a samurai suit from John Coolidge's diplomatic travels. From Namkeg in the Berkshires, garments collected in China.
Some of this will stay here because these are very fragile, and some will go back to the house. The trustees really believes that the items from the houses should stay at the houses unless they're too fragile or they come here for conservation work or for study. And so this is really the mothership right now for all of our objects.
The treasures here tell the history of not just Massachusetts, but the nation.
It turns out Queenie and Shortcake, the sows at Powysset Farm, exceeded expectations and produced a total of 15 piglets. Connor Burke prepared for his role at the Crane Estate. Here's how he did it.
A lot of Downton Abbey watched, that's for sure.